Hi, class of 2022. This is Miss Beck, and I'm here to give you a very short presentation regarding fentanyl. So in this video, you'll learn more about what fentanyl is and why it is so fatal. Look for signs of fentanyl poisoning or overdose. You'll learn more about something called fentanyls. And finally, a little bit about what you can do, raising awareness, and looking for signs of overdose. All right, so fentanyl is a synthetic opioid that is 50 times stronger than heroin and 100 times stronger than morphine. It is a major contributor to fatal and non-fatal overdoses in the US. In fact, fentanyl is involved in more deaths in Americans under the age of 50 than any other cause of death, including heart disease, cancer, and all other accidents. American youth drug deaths than heroin, meth, cocaine, benzos, and prescription drugs combined. Fake pills have been found in all 50 states. And there is a recent increase of US overdose deaths involving fentanyl amongst 14 to 23-year-olds. So we thought this was important just for you to know a little bit more about before you go off into the world next year. So why is fentanyl on the rise? It is distributed through illegal drug markets due to the extreme potency. There's sort of heroin-like effects as an opioid. It is cheaper than other illicit drugs on the market, more addictive, and can be mixed because it comes in powder form with heroin, cocaine, and meth. And as you'll learn about in just a moment, it can also be formed into prescription opioids, but they are really fentanyl. Many people are unaware if they're using fentanyl-laced drugs because it is odorless and tasteless. Teen overdoses, again, are rising because of illegally manufactured fake of OxyContin, Vicodin, hydrocodone, but these are really fentanyl. Some new data from the FDA is that 40% of fake pills contain lethal doses of fentanyl. So we'll watch this short video regarding fentanyls.
You've heard about pills killing young people, right? A teenager takes what they thought was a prescription pill and never wakes up. We're not talking about a drug overdose, accidental or otherwise. We're talking about being fatally poisoned by a single pill, one that looks like a legit Xanax or Percocet or Oxycontin. Except these pills aren't legit. They're counterfeit, fake. They can kill you within minutes. And it's happening all around you. The fastest growing group of victims is young and inexperienced. They take pills for different reasons. Some of them are experimenting, others are stressed out and self medicating. Many victims died at home in their beds after swallowing just one pill. Every young person is at risk. So, what's going on? We live in a quick fix, pill popping culture, and we've been taught to trust prescription pills. In some cases, these medications are necessary, but they can also cause addiction. That's why we're in the midst of an opioid epidemic. So many people in the US became addicted to opioids that drug dealers started making fake pills to meet demand. The active ingredient of choice for these counterfeit pills? Fentanyl, a powerful synthetic opioid that's so potent it has to be highly regulated. There's no standard amount of fentanyl in these illegally made pills. They're not prescription medications. They're just thrown together in people's basements and garages with other cheap ingredients like filler powder and pressed into pill form. The dosage is never even. That's why they're so deadly. But fentanyl can be cheaply imported, and it's also highly addictive, which makes it ideal for creating fake pills. The drug cartels got involved too. They started to produce these counterfeit prescription pills containing fentanyl, known as fentanyls, on a massive scale, flooding the US with millions of fakes dressed up to look like the real thing. You can't tell them apart. Authorities can't fix this or make it go away, but you don't have to be the next victim. If you don't know where your pills are coming from, don't take them. Don't believe sellers on Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, or any app. Don't believe friends who get pills from supposedly reliable dealers. Don't believe someone who says a pill has been tested. You may have heard of test strips that can detect fentanyl in illegally made drugs, but they're not reliable with pills, where fentanyl can be unevenly distributed. There's no way to figure out whether a pill contains fentanyl without grinding it up and dissolving it. In other words, destroying it. So if a drug comes to you in pill form, it hasn't been tested, period. And even if you test one pill in a batch, you have no way of knowing whether the other pills contain fentanyl. If it's not from a doctor or pharmacist, it's not legit. No random pills. Now you know the facts. Tell your friends, tell everyone you know. The more people who learn about fentanyls, the safer we're all going to be. You didn't create this problem, but you can be part of the solution. Help us spread the word. One pill can kill.
All right, so as you learn, fentanyl is one of the most common drugs involved in sorry. As you learned, fentanyl is one of the most common drugs involved in poisoning deaths. So, recognizing the signs of an opioid poisoning or a fentanyl poisoning can save a life. So, here are some things to look for: small, constricted, pinpoint pupils, falling asleep or losing consciousness, slow, weak, or no breathing, choking or gurgling sounds, a limp body, cold or clammy skin, and discolored skin around the lips and nails, typically a bluish color. So, once you recognize the signs of fentanyl poisoning, here are some steps that you can take to save someone's life if someone is poisoned or overdoses. Call 911 immediately. California has 911 Good Samaritan laws, meaning if you're in a situation where illegal substances are present or you have even taken some illegal substances, you would be immune from being in trouble or charged with any crime because of this Good Samaritan protection. If Narcan is available and you know how to use it, use it. Narcan is a nasal spray that can prevent fentanyl from killing the user. Keep them awake and breathing if possible. Make sure to prevent choking by laying them on their side. And finally, stay with them until emergency assistance arrives. Here are some resources. You can either access them by the QR code here. I've also shared them with you all separately. That video you watched earlier is by an organization, Song for Charlie. That's that first resource available for you there. If you're still here on campus and you have questions or want to talk more about this, you can come see me in A003 or visit Dr. Crandall in her office. Thank you so much for your attention to this important topic, and I wish you the best of luck as you graduate and go off into the world.